Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. It's good to see everybody again. I hope everything's treating you good out there in your life. I hope life is doing you well, doing you right. Bunch of cool things going on. Let me show you what we got happening. So, first of all, you remember when I was telling you about the clamps on the acoustic guitar? Gluing the kerfing down? Let me get you over here closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, remember I was telling you about the clamps. And I was using these clamps I've been gathering up. My family's been giving me gift certificates to StewMac and junk like that. And every time I get one, you know, for birthdays, Christmas and stuff, I buy clamps. Because you can never, and I mean never, have enough clamps. You can have a whole building full of clamps, and then you might have enough. In my humble opinion, you need more clamps. Especially bar clamps, because you got to be able to glue up a lot of slabs at one time. Remember we were talking about slab reduction? You want to be able to glue up 10 of them bad boys at once. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. I want to be able to glue up 10 at once. So anyway, like I was saying, we use these clamps to glue on the kerfing strips that you guys have seen. You saw me make them back in videos, back in the back, a few videos back. And I said to you that I don't like these clamps because they dent the kerfing, the kerfed lining, and they don't seem like they really hold that well in places. They hold a heck of a lot better than the ones I bought from LMI. So I saw these at LMI, these clamps. I bought these from Luthier's Mercantile. No, I do not get a kickback from Luthier's Mercantile or StewMac, nor do I want one. Well, maybe, it would be cool if they gave me like free tools and stuff. Who doesn't want free tools? But anyway, this is the clamp. It's essentially a clothespin. And I thought when I looked at it that it was a little better design than it is. And maybe it works for the company that makes them. These were designed by two brothers who are luthiers, and I can't remember their names. I think it's Norton, but I may be incorrect. You can look it up on the LMI website. And essentially, it's these two pieces of wood with a rubber band across it, cut out on a CNC. And you can bet your life that I would never buy another one of these because as soon as I saw it, I was like, dude, you can make those, right? You got a CNC machine, you can make these things. But that's cool because I got a few of them. But I started to use them, long story short, before I just talk to death about a silly little thing like this. Long story short, they might work if you were doing a big dreadnought and you had this super casual curve going in on your curved lining and all you had to do is kind of breathe on it. It would make it pull up. But they don't have enough pressure to pull in anything like this with this big long, especially in here, this super tight curve right here. I mean, even with the kerfing in it, it's super tight. And now I know why. The Spanish guitar builders use individual blocks, and they usually build their guitars on top of a platen, and they just leave it there the whole time they're building. And they take individual blocks, which must be just mind-numbing. Every one of those little cuts, they use an individual block. Whereas I'm trying to use kerfing to make it bend. And I use my bending iron over here, crank it up, spray some water on it, and bend it a little bit. And I'll show you that down the road somewhere. Anyway, long story short, I tried these clamps. I bought a bunch of them. I'm gonna have to say I'm not really all that impressed by these, and these actually work better. Whereas before, I wasn't impressed by these, and so I bought these, and so that's what I get. But what I did discover is if I use two rubber bands on here, they work better. But then I also discovered that I think I could make them better, and so I'm going to. All right. That's a lot of talk about clamps, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's where we're at. We got all of the kerf lining in on this guitar now. I have to be careful taking them out because it will break the lining if I get too heavy-handed. You know, you get a little heavy-handed and sometimes you don't know your own strength. You know, when you're tightening up bolts, you're tightening up that bolt on the lawnmower and it's about 100 degrees outside and the lawnmower is rattling and you're like, man, this is driving me crazy. There's a piece falling off or something. You go get the wrench, you go stomping into the garage, you get your wrench, you go back out and you're just like, and you snap the head off. Yeah, that's always good, right? You don't want to do that, so you gotta just chill. Before you walk back out of the garage, you gotta take a deep breath. Whew. All right, okay, I got this. I'm gonna be all right. Okay, so here we go. All of the curved lining is now in place, right? That's a beautiful thing. Now, you know what that means, right? That means, let me get back into the camera's view. That means we can now start working on the bracing for the top and the back. We still have to make the top. We have a back. I think I have it. Let me run over there and grab it and I'll show it to you. Hold on. It's almost like a drum head. That sounds good. This is it, African mahogany. Very pretty quarter sawn, of course. You know how much we love that quarter sawn. Look at the grain change. This is our back, and I'll probably put a decorative strip down through here of some kind. I don't know, or maybe not. You know, it helps reinforce the joint, and of course there'll be bracing and so on. So we'll get into all that later. So today I wanted to show you our progress on the base, and if I have enough time, I think I'm probably talking too much, I might just leave it and just do quick videos and come back for another video, a short, on the staining of the Fleetwood ST or SG model, our SG model, we call them STs, Fleetwood or G style. You know, that thing is ready for stain, and so I got to get that done. But I needed to get this done. I was trying to get it done for the Lunatic Luau, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's just too much to try to do in a limited amount of time. So let me show you what we got so far. Okay, here we are. For you guys that have been watching along, this build, we got lacquer on the back, we got lacquer on the neck, we have lacquer on the headstock with our beautiful mother of pearl logo. Love that, I love that, I love it. And we have lacquer on the front. Now, as you can see, it's still in its rough stages, or green stages, I should call it. It needs to be blocked. The binding has been scraped. The binding has been scraped. And I'm gonna let this sit another day. I might spray a little bit more lacquer along this binding edge today. Look at that nice carved top, man. That's sweet. I'm really happy with this turned out. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we did not go with the green, because this base is sexy now. It was not sexy before, but it is sexy now. This base right here will have women throwing bras at less on stage. Of course, Michelle probably will not be happy with that, but it's going to happen anyway. All right, so here we are with the base. I'm gonna let this cure, actually today, I'm gonna spray a little bit more around the binding, and then I'm gonna let it cure for 2 days. This lacquer that I buy from Cardinal Paint, we have a great account with Cardinal Paint. They take care of us very well. Dries very quickly. This was manufactured specifically for guitars, so it hardens faster. I don't know what it is they do, but it hardens faster than some lacquers that I've used in the past that take forever to get hard and you can't wet sand them. So this is coming along. And hold on one second and we'll get back to it. Okay, so remember on the last video I was telling you about how we were going to do our slabs, and we have our technique set up, and we have our stages of what we do, rough mill, right? Follow those steps and procedures, and we can do that repeatedly. Now, we can take a stack of lumber and we can burn through it, we can cut our pieces, and we can throw it up on the machine, and what we can do is, our first pass gives us this face, our facing pass, which allows us to now have a perfectly flat face on both pieces that can be turned over and set back on the machine, and everything can be milled very, very accurately. And not only that, while it's in that area, in that space, in that place, we cut this joint. So we get this nice joint. You see that? We get a really super nice joint there. And that is a really nice looking slab of African mahogany that is ready to be made into a guitar. This piece here is just really pretty quarter sawn piece. We'll probably have a maple cap on it. And these are ready to be glued together. I got a table full of them now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 slabs, and there's 6 more over here. So, as you can see, we're starting to pick up speed now. We'll get these together. Then we'll start to get our maple together for the ones that get caps, you know, carved tops or drop tops, whatever they may be. And we will move along with that. Okay, so that is it for today. I think I'm just going to drop off here and let you guys know that I'm very happy for your support, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. We are 139 now, which is awesome. 11 away from 150 subscribers. I don't know what I started to say. 150 subscribers is what I was trying to say. So, if you haven't yet, take your finger and reach over there and find that subscribe button. It's usually right here. Right down there, it's a red button. Ching! Hit that bad boy, and you're subscribed. All you gotta do is, you know, put an email in there. I've had people tell me, well, I don't want to subscribe because it's affiliated with Google, and Google will track my purchases. And that's probably true, they probably will. But if you don't think anyone else is, if you don't think your phone isn't tracking your purchases, if you don't think your credit card companies is not selling your information to other people, you live in a weird world, my friend, because they are. And everybody knows everything about you. You're just going to have to get used to it. Or you got to live off the grid. And you can't watch YouTube. You don't want to do that. You want to watch YouTube. Okay? So reach down there. Bam. Subscribe. Take your thumb. Hit the thumb. Bam. Hit a like on there. Share it with your friends. All that good stuff. You know what to do. I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great future ahead. I don't know when you're watching this, so I don't want to say week. Maybe a year now from now or whatever. But I hope it's good for you, whatever it is, okay? You guys be good to each other out there. Get out there, support your local bands and your bars, and let your, you know, your guitar playing buddies know, hey man, you're kicking ass. Keep it up. And it'll make them feel good. You know what I mean? It's all about feeling good. All right, we love you. Peace out. Worth Guitars. Bye now.